The United Nations, the government, and civil society organizations are faced with the challenge of finding new approaches to mental health care. According to the World Health Organization, approximately 450 million people around the world suffer from mental or neurological disorders or have psychosocial problems, and 1 out of 4 people will suffer these disorders at some stage in his or her life. American actress Glenn Close visited Uruguay on February 11th, where she led a fundraising event to raise awareness and promote an improvement in the quality of life and the rights of people suffering mental disorders as well as their families. She spoke about her family's struggle with mental illness and her work at Bring Change to Mind, the non-profit organization she presides to end stigma around these disorders. During her visit, the actress met with families of individuals living with mental illness and civil society organizations, with whom she talked about creating awareness as a way to end stigma, discrimination, and marginalization. She gave clues on how to end prejudice and change attitudes and behaviors.
To hear stories from people who either live with mental illness or people who have members of their family or a loved one living with mental illness, the stories are most effective. And our challenge is how to get the stories out that will open up people.
She also mentioned how mass media can contribute to fight stigma.
Well, one thing mass media could do is not perpetrate the cliches about mental illness. I think people should be responsible about what they broadcast. Even so, the percentage of people living with mental illness who perpetrate a violent crime is minuscule compared to other demographics. But unfortunately, because of the media, everything is blown up, and it just kind of feeds people's fear and sometimes ignorance about what mental illness is.
The actress ended her visit speaking before a large audience at the Solís Theatre. There, she led a fundraising event for public mental health institutions, participating in the roundtable Art, Mental Health and Citizenship alongside national and international cooperation authorities.
Durante siglos se pensó que los problemas de salud mental debían de ser aislados, encerrados, mantenidos a distancia, ocultos tras los muros. Y mucho se ha avanzado, pero todavía hay muros invisibles que levantamos dentro, fruto de tanto tiempo de ver la salud mental como una amenaza. El miedo, la desinformación, las costumbres siguen haciendo pensar a muchos que es mejor que quienes sufren una discapacidad estén aquí, pero lejos. El desafío es que todos juntos, estados, organizaciones de la sociedad civil, familias, amigos, cuidadores, empresas, seamos capaces de construir una red de protección y de apoyo donde crezca la ciudadanía. El compromiso de la ONU en Uruguay es colaborar y acompañarles a todos en estos esfuerzos. Muchas gracias.
Glenn Close co-founded the organization Bring Change to Mind as a result of a cry for help by her younger sister Jessie, who was diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 51 after 3 suicide attempts, and her nephew Kellen was diagnosed with schizophrenia.
It's a human trait to say it will never happen to me, to us. And I also think it's a human trait to, if you find out that someone in your family is in great need of help with some sort of mental disorder, it's very human to say, I'm just going to ignore it. But the stunning fact is that 1 in 4 families across the globe is touched in some way by mental illness. It's astounding to me, 1 in 4. Mine happens to be one of them. Mental illness is part of the human condition, and it always has been. What we as a family have learned is to not whisper behind closed doors and be ashamed. We talk about it openly. We expect others to as well. We have learned that we aren't alone, and we aren't out of the ordinary. We are 1 in 4. We have learned that help is possible. Recovery and management is possible. Families can heal, and lives will be saved. Thank you.